It's November 4th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today we have a miracle in the wreckage, a door to an ancient curse, and a scientist who put himself under to change the world. Let's begin. On November 4th, 2015, the skies above Juba, South Sudan, trembled under the roar of an aging Soviet-built Antova NA-12. It was never meant to carry passengers, just cargo, but inside, more than 30 people huddled among the boxes of sandals, beer cans, and medicine, desperate to reach home. Among them, Wart Arop, a quiet aid worker returning to his post in the oil fields. Beside him, a stranger's baby, just 13 months old, sleeping in her mother's arms. Moments after takeoff, the engines coughed and the metal shell shuddered. Then came the screams. "The plane is going down," someone shouted. Arop felt the floor twist beneath him. Instincts took over. He reached for the child, pulling her tight against his chest as the world collapsed in noise and fire. Then, nothing. Hours later, they could hear a cry. In the wreck, they found a man, broken, barely alive, his arms wrapped around a baby girl. He had shielded her with his body. 37 souls were lost, then the baby girl only had a broken leg and a cut on her forehead. In the ashes of the wreck, they were the only two to emerge from death's shadow, a man and a child he refused to let go. I wonder what made him reach out to the child. She was saved in the arms of a stranger, in a world where chance feels cruel. In a world where chance feels cruel, sometimes fate has other plans. On November 4th, 1922, deep in Egypt's Valley of the Kings, archaeologist Howard Carter brushed away sand and uncovered a single stepstone, just one step, leading down into the earth. He didn't know it yet, but the faint outline on the dust was the doorway to one of history's greatest and most haunting discoveries. For years, Carter had searched in vain. Sponsors had given up, workers had left, and the desert seemed determined to swallow its secrets. But now, the sand whispered back. As the team dug deeper, more steps appeared, descending into darkness, and then a sealed doorway, stamped with the royal insignia of Tutankhamun, the forgotten boy king. Behind that wall lay a tomb untouched for over 3,000 years, filled with gold, jewels, and something far more dangerous, a curse. They said whoever disturbed the pharaoh's rest would meet an early death, and soon after, those who stood beside Carter began to die, one by one, from fever, poison, or strange accidents no one could explain. This was only the beginning, with a single step uncovered in the sand and the awakening of the king who they said was never meant to be disturbed. On November 4th, 1847, in a quiet house in Edinburgh, Scotland, Dr. James Young Simpson sat at his dining room table with two fellow physicians. Before them stood a row of glass bottles, each holding invisible vapors, each a potential doorway between life and death. They were men of science, but that night they became their own test subjects. The goal was simple: find a substance that could silence pain itself. One by one, they inhaled the strange fumes, either nitrous oxide or a new concoction that clawed at the lungs. Then came chloroform. Sweet-smelling, harmless at first, until it wasn't. Within moments, the men slumped from their chairs, glasses shattered. The room fell silent, and the three doctors motionless on the floor. Candlelight flickered over their still bodies for hours, and the housekeeper found nothing but the hiss of spilt chemicals and the stench of something unnatural. When Simpson awoke, he realized what he had discovered: a way to ease consciousness, to remove agony, and perhaps bring death as easy as sleep. He called it a miracle, and others called it a warning. That night, a new age of medicine was born. They discovered how to put pain to sleep, but they also proved that a discovery always flirts with danger, because after all, curiosity kills. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.